Back again, and this time we are there again for the same topic, that is entrepreneurship. And this time we'll be learning about some of the qualities which a person should have if he or she wants to become a successful entrepreneur. Not only entrepreneur, but a successful entrepreneur. He should have a number of qualities. He should be having it in order to become successful. See, a number of entrepreneurs are there at current time, which we see they are very successful. If I say some names like Richard Branson, as you all know, he is the sole owner of Virgin Groups. Virgin Group means Virgin Airline is there, and along with this Virgin Group, he owns 400 more industries which are related to Virgin Group. He started his career in 1970. At that time, he was only 20 years old, and at current time, he is the person who is well known and one of the biggest entrepreneur all over the world. He started, he worked, and he's still there, and he is very successful, and he is a very big entrepreneur. If we take the second name we say, for example, the owner of Sahara Industries, Subrat Ray. So if we see Subrat Ray, at one point in time in his career, he was among the person who were very well known and renowned, and he was a very big entrepreneur at one time. But if we see the current time, in the current time he is nothing, means he is in debt. Government is asking money from him and he is not able to return back the money. He is like totally bankrupt. So what I want to say is that entrepreneurs are there. There are successful entrepreneurs, but there are not all entrepreneurs who are successful and who will be successful forever. Means that there might be some differences, there might be some flaws. So if we take Richard Branson says, being an entrepreneur means to have an unstable thirst for learning, evolving and creating. And if we take a Indian entrepreneur, that is Richa Kar, she says, a very strong desire to succeed and a mission to create something makes a change. What I want to say is, all the successful entrepreneurs, they have some thoughts, they have some belief, and they go after it. And when they go after their thought and their belief, the real success comes up. So we will see how. So let's see. We will discuss here the qualities which a person should have if a person wants to become a successful entrepreneur. The very first quality which the person should have is he should be passionate. The passion towards his work. He should do the work which he loves to do. He should not do the work like a burden. See, when the person follows their passion and when that passion comes as the industry of his or her, they do not see it as a work. They do not wake up with the thought that they have to do work. They wake up and their day ends. They do not feel as if they are doing work. They will be having a pleasure, a happiness in following their passion. So when this passion comes up with the industry or in the industry, the real success starts there. The person who wants to become a successful entrepreneur should have a strong work ethic. Strong work ethic means he should have a moral towards how to succeed. He should have a plan how to succeed. He should be knowing what to do, what not to do, what is right and what is wrong, and he should follow only those things which are right and which will help in the progress of his or her industry. So if he comes in a industry as the sole owner or a owner of the industry, he should be knowing to work with the people. And when he should know this thing, he should know how to know a person. Means he should be having a quality of knowing a person, what a person is, what are his or her qualities, how to utilize the qualities in his industry or in his business, so that both gets the profit, the industry also gets the profit, and the person who is involved also gets the profit or the benefit from the industry. The person who wants to become a successful entrepreneur should be creative. He should be creative. He should be creative and open minded. He should come up with some new ideas every time, so that that new idea makes his product or his success different from other product or services which are there in the market. The innovation, see, we see a lot of things in the market which are there, but we do not purchase all those things. We purchase sometimes those things which looks quite different from others. It may happen कि the work of that product is same which we have, but we purchase it because it looks differently, the working style is different. So this comes up because of innovation. So the person who wants to become a successful entrepreneur should be innovative, should be a deep thinker. He should think, use his brain. He should innovate new things, new ideas. Either he can create a new thing, a new product, or even he can create a new thing from the same old thing. It should work like the same thing, but it should look like a new thing. It all comes up because of the innovation of the entrepreneur. And there's one more thing. He should be honest, honest with himself, honest with the industry, honest with the person to whom he is working with. Means whatever he says that he will do, he should do that thing. If he says to the customer that he will give this product and that customer wants that product, the product should work exactly in the same way as the entrepreneur has promised. There should be no cheating. Even he should not cheat with the employees which he has. Means he should be honest with his industry, with his employees, to the person who all are connected to it, and he should be honest with the customers also. This honesty will certainly help to boost the relation between the customer and the entrepreneur, and certainly that business or the industry will boom and rise. The person should have one more quality, and that quality is planning. He should have the best plan to succeed, for the success of his industry, for the success of the product or the services which he has. Means he should have a proper and best plan. And if a person wants to become a successful entrepreneur, he should be ready to take risk. See, every time it is not possible that an entrepreneur comes up with a product or a service and that product or service becomes hit in the market. Sometimes it fails, it do not work. So the entrepreneur should be ready for that. And when he is ready for this thing, that means he is ready to take the risk. A lot of money is involved in industry. So an entrepreneur should be a person who is ready to take risk. And when he is ready to take risk, see, risk comes up in all the things. If he will not take risk, success will not come. If he will think that if he launches this thing will fail, and he did not take the risk and he goes on smoothly, so certainly he will not get a rise. So, it may happen ki if he has taken a risk in the market, came up with a new thought, new idea, new product, and the product and the service became a hit. So it is all there with risk. If the entrepreneur is able to take the risk, certainly he will one day become a successful entrepreneur. And apart from all these things, he should have a strong mind to take decisions. He should be a decision making person. He should know which time what action should be done. He should be a person who should decide what to do, what not to do. Means he should be the commanding person. He should decide which thing has to be done and which thing should not be done. So this decision certainly decides the action also, and the future also, whether the future will be a success or future will be. So when the term entrepreneur comes up, industry comes up, product comes up, services comes up, and a very big personality comes up. So there are some myths also. Some myths are there, some misconceptions are there related to entrepreneurship. So let's discuss about those myths which is related to entrepreneurship or entrepreneur. So it is believed that maximum people wants to become entrepreneurs. Almost 83% of the person try to become an entrepreneur, but everybody do not become an entrepreneur. Out of those, only at least 5% becomes a entrepreneur who owns a business or industry and that runs in the market. So when this data comes up, certain myths also comes up, and those myths are like, a misconception is there that a person who is, it is a inborn talent. Entrepreneurship is an inborn talent. A person who has this talent from birth only can become an entrepreneur. See, it is totally wrong. Nobody has this talent when he takes birth. Means it is not an inborn talent of a person to make him or her an entrepreneur. It is the inner self, the desire, the requirement of the person which makes, and certain qualities which makes the person as a entrepreneur. So certainly it is a myth which says that entrepreneur is a inborn talent. Entrepreneurship is a inborn talent. It is not inborn talent. It is a learned talent. Person used to learn. They have to learn by themselves. One more myth is there, and that myth says that you have an idea, you become an entrepreneur. No, it is not there. Everybody has an idea, everybody has a thought, everybody has a product, but all those ideas, all those products do not comes and makes a person as a entrepreneur. So this idea certainly develops into a product or a services, but every idea cannot be transformed into a product. If transformed, it is not possibly that it becomes successful or it comes in the market or it is accepted by the customers. If a person has an idea, every time it's not possible that he becomes an entrepreneur. He will only become an entrepreneur only when he will be having a strong thought to become an entrepreneur. He has a leadership quality. If he do not have these things or some more qualities, that idea will not help him to become an entrepreneur. Some other myth is also there, and that myth says that a entrepreneur has unlimited freedom. Certainly, when an entrepreneur is there, he has freedom, but he do not have unlimited freedom. The freedom comes for himself, for the work, that he can do work from anywhere at any time, whichever method and medium he wants, he can do the work, but he has to do the work. He do not have unlimited freedom. He needs to control his entrepreneurship, he needs to control the industry, he needs to control the business, he needs to come in the office, he needs to look after the work. Means a number of tasks are there, a number of roles are there which he needs to play, which he needs to do. So it is not unlimited freedom. Some freedoms are there, but we cannot say as unlimited freedom. Means he has to look after his entrepreneurship, he has to look after his industry, and when he does that, there is nothing like unlimited freedom. The person has to think of it, work for it day and night. He works for 24 hours. He will be thinking every time what to do in order to succeed, in order to get more things. So when all these things comes up, we cannot say that he is having unlimited freedom. He has freedom, but not unlimited. So some says that entrepreneurship is all about one man show. Means only one person is there who is responsible for all the things, who acts for all the things, who work for all the things. So it is not there. When industry comes up, it is not one person work, it is a group which works along with it. And when a group comes up, it is the responsibility of the entire group which is there behind the industry. So it is not a one man show or one man shot. It is about a group which works for the industry. The sole person cannot take all the decisions. He has to take the advices of all the persons or some persons who are responsible to act as a authority of the industry. So he has to call out others also in order to take decisions. He certainly takes the main decision, but that is not the rigid one. He will have to ask the help of others. He need to take the support of others. He need to take advices of others. So he cannot solely decide everything. He cannot control everything. So it is not one man show if a entrepreneurship or industry comes up. Some people also have a misconception or a myth that whenever industry sets up, builds up, money starts coming, wealth starts coming, profit starts coming. So it is not this. As industry sets up, as a business sets up, it needs to settle down in the market. It needs to go to the customers. It takes time to settle and to succeed, and it takes much time to get wealth or money or profit. So it is not about easy or quick money. He starts a business and you start getting quick money. It's not like that. So it is a misconception or a myth only. And lastly, there is one more myth, and that myth says that a person who owns a business degree can only have a big or can only become a successful entrepreneur. It is not there. You look all around, you look all those businesses which are there in the market current time, and you search for the person or the owner who is behind it, and you search for degrees which they have. Most of them will not be having the proper degrees. Most of them will not be having those degrees which you can say as a business degree. So it is not always correct. Maximum time it is not there. So see, if you say BBA or MBA. So apart from all these things, there are certain roles of entrepreneurs. The very first role of entrepreneur is he should be a creator. He should be an innovator. Innovator means he should create a product. He should create a service, and that service or product should be innovative. See, repetitive things customers do not require. Means a certain thing is there and same type of thing is manufactured by the person. So that thing will not make that particular business a boom or a hit in the market. So the entrepreneur should be innovative enough to create a product which should go directly into the hands of the customers. He should create a product. The entrepreneur should be having the quality of team building also. Means he should be having the ability to create a team and the ability to control the team which should think the same which the entrepreneur is thinking, and the team should be having the same thought of getting success which the entrepreneur has. The entrepreneur should also have a proper skill in managing the flow of cash. See, the most important thing is cash management. From where the money is coming, where the money should go, how the money should go, all these things should be managed and proper managed by the entrepreneur. See, taxes are there, revenues are there, duties are there, salaries are there, a number of more things are there which are required to be paid, and the entrepreneur should be responsible enough to see whether all these things are going properly and on time or not. The entrepreneur should be well skilled in time management also. See, in the same industry, he will have to do a number of tasks. Sometimes he will be acting as a manager, sometimes he'll be acting as a worker, sometimes he'll be working as a co-worker. So he should be having a proper skill of managing the time, at which time what work and which type of work he should be doing, so that he encourages his employees. A successful entrepreneur should be successful in managing time also. See, a entrepreneur works differently. Means he should not work like one kind of work in industry. He should be doing different kinds of work in different streams, so that he knows the work what is going on industry and others also knows about him, and he should know how the functioning is going on. So he should be skilled in managing the time also. He should be skilled in assigning tasks also. He should know what are the persons who are working in his industry, in his company, and he should know exactly whether those persons are eligible for that particular work or not. It may happen that a person who is working at a place, he is more talented and he can work for a higher grade, so he may appoint the person for higher grade. So he may have this talent also of seeing what the others are doing and what their skills are, and he should have a good skill in assigning the task to the employees. The entrepreneur should be, like I said before also. So let's see what are the importance of entrepreneur. See, a entrepreneur comes up with the industry. That industry when sets up, it affects the economy of the country. It affects the society in which it is there positively. Means it adds to the growth of the country also, and it adds to the growth of the society also where it is situated. So certainly when industry comes up, it will create money, it will create wealth, and when it creates wealth, it will add to the people also, to those who are there connected with it, and to the country also where it is situated. And when the industry comes up, it gives new ideas to others also. It supports other industries also, and a number of more industry comes up which depends on this industry which has came just now. Like I said about cell phone, a cell phone industry came. So related to cell phone company, a number of more companies would be there which will be making a number of accessories related to the cell phones which will be used by the customers. So a industry helps other industries also to grow and to develop. So like we discussed, wherever the industry sets up, that local area, that regional area is also in a growth. The area develops, the region develops, it gets roads, it gets transport, it gets better communication, it gets other resources also, people get jobs also. So that society, that particular regional area rises up. And when these people get job, when the society is rises up, that means the living standard of common people, the living standard of the person living in the society is also is increasing, is going better and better. So the industry is adding positively to the growth of the society and to the people living in the society. And like I said, a number of industrialists are there which are helping the community. So this entrepreneurs, they are working in some directions from where the society is getting help, the community is getting help to develop, which are underdeveloped, getting either education, getting either medical help, getting either water or a number of resources which they do not have. So we can say that all in all, the entrepreneurship, the industrialist, the industries, these have certainly importance on the common people, on the local area where it's belong. The industrialists, they affect the people,